Hola from Spain. This is the Barcelona Virtual European Marketing Podcast, and you're listening to episode 5 of season 3. With this 31st podcast, we're making some subtle changes. So let's see if you notice them.
I've already spotted one, Paul. Is it possible that the name of our podcast has changed? Perhaps some of our more observant listeners heard it too.
It has indeed, Alba. For the first 2.5 years, our podcast has been known as the Alexa European Marketing Flash Briefing, and it can be accessed via many Alexa-enabled devices. However, at the same time, our episodes can also be found on major podcast platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Bcast, Podbean, and SoundCloud. So from this 31st edition onward, it will be known as the Barcelona Virtual European Marketing Podcast, and we'll continue to make it available around the world on leading podcast portals.
I think the new name will help fans of international marketing and friends of the agency to find us more easily. What other changes are in store?
Well, as many of our most loyal followers will know, voice marketing is a key part of our BV Innovation Lab here in Barcelona. We'll continue to update listeners about that, as well as European marketing and innovation in general. In coming episodes, we'll also, as always, continue to share case studies, leading trends, and hear from our senior specialists at the lab.
In fact, our guest for today's interview is one of them.
That's right, Alba. Cristina Elson is a highly regarded marketing expert here in Spain and a digital marketing pioneer who managed some of the very first digital campaigns in the 1990s. Her CV reads like a who's who of famous brands, such as Martini, Revlon, Spanish food giant Gallina Blanca, Natura Bise, and many more. She's also an associate professor of the Global and Executive MBA at Madrid's elite EA Business School, together with Barcelona's Universitat Oberta.
In past episodes, other experts of our Innovation Lab have shared about AI, neuromarketing, and smart commerce. What can we expect today?
Oh, I'm very sure her words will be a real wake-up call, especially for all those of us responsible for retail sales and marketing, or those concerned with the digital transformation of their companies. You won't want to miss this.
The following content is brought to you by Derby Hotels Collection, European luxury hotels. Enjoy a special 10% discount in London, Barcelona, and Madrid with the code BVAlexa at derbyhotels.com.
Welcome, Cristina. We're very grateful for your time today. To begin with, I've heard you declare that, quote, retail is dead, unquote. Could you please explain to everyone listening just what it is that you mean by that?
Hello, Paul. I am delighted to share this digital space with you. Look, I'm going to answer to your question with another question. What reason can lead a consumer to check the hours of a store, to take a car or a bus, to get to the store, to look for what they want, to try to find a staff member for more information, to wait in a long line to pay, to carry the bags again, transportation, and then 2 hours later, you finally are at home exhausted. The variety, the price, the service, you get much more from your computer. And of course, without leaving your home at any time of the day or the night, and without investing effort, time, and patience.
Well said. You really sketch out what is beginning to seem very archaic to many 21st century ears.
Traditional retail, as we understand it today, it's doomed to disappear unless we can offer the consumer something that they will never find in e-commerce. And what's that? A unique, exciting, surprising experience closer to entertainment and gaming than to a cold and impersonal commercial activity.
So, how will it be possible for us to create such exciting experiences in the midst of the very mundane details and the stress of managing a store, reaching sales goals, and keeping customers happy?
As marketers, we know that our mantra must always be know your consumer. And to understand the new challenges of the 21st century retail, we must know everything about this new consumer. Their desires, dreams, values, priorities, behavior, lifestyle, contradictions. It must be understood that the purchasing process of this consumer takes place in a phygital environment, a space where the limits between the physical and the digital are non-existent.
Sorry, could you repeat that, please? What kind of environment?
Phygital, Alba. It's a term of Christina's that I love. The merging of physical reality with the digital lifestyle of the consumer. And so, Chris, therefore, our strategies...
And therefore, we must keep in mind that our strategies must be developed and applicable to an omni-channel environment. Only considering this environment, we will be able to create our own unique, original shopping experience linked to the brand value and recognition.
And the biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge we are facing today as brands is how to make this experience coherent, consistent, and at the same time, how to satisfy the expectations, demands, and emotions of this constantly evolving consumer eager for new exciting sensations.
Chris, one of our team members here is a true techie, our official geek. So, George, do you have a question for Cristina?
First of all, I must say that I agree with everything you've said thus far. So, within this new context, could you perhaps mention some cutting-edge uses of smart tech you've seen? For example, in Asian markets, the use of smartphones will undoubtedly shape the new shopping experience, as we're discussing here.
Of course, George. I think we already use our smartphones for almost everything, and shopping is not an exception.
That's quite true. And I must say, I adore my iPhone 12.
Let me tell you about two examples that I have seen that have impacted me the most. The Amazon Go shopping experience in New York and the Tesco virtual shop in the Seoul subway. In the first, by using your mobile and your Amazon account, you can shop and leave without checking out. At the entrance, you open your Amazon Go account. They generate and read a QR. You take the products you want and just leave. A digital readout reads the codes of the products upon departure and proceeds to the payment from your Amazon account.
That is indeed futuristic. I've seen a video about it, but cannot wait to shop there myself. Maybe next time I'm in the Big Apple. By the way, Cristina, I've put the videos about these cases up on our blog, in the program notes for this episode. They're at blog.bevirtual.com.
The second case is even more incredible. While you wait for the subway, on the platform, using your phone, you can select the products you want on panels that simulate the shelves of a Tesco supermarket. You place your order, and when you get home, you have it already at the door, waiting for you. Amazing, isn't it?
And finally, Cristina, you've recently joined the Barcelona Virtual Innovation Lab here as a senior specialist in smart commerce and the connected customer experience. Why did you do so?
Oh, the Innovation Lab is very exciting for me, and I'm honored to be a part of it. It's especially important because this new marketing is what I call Hue marketing, intrinsically human. Brands are facing the challenge of being completely user-centric. The relationship with customers is like a big circle, very holistic. In the center, the human being who is our consumer or client. And around them, we've assembled a series of specialists in order to counsel and assist our clients in the agency. My colleagues are experts in marketing automation and AI, neuromarketing, smart media, and voice marketing, which complements my area of expertise. It's fascinating.
I fully agree, Cristina, especially after enjoying this extremely interesting chat. So thanks so much for sharing your vision with us here at the lab and also with all of our listeners from around the world.
If you enjoyed this interview, Please remember to check out our other flash briefings in the podcast section of our blog. Many of the episodes include very interesting chats with European innovators and entrepreneurs. Till then, goodbye from Spain.
And just a quick note for our listeners, we'll be back again very soon with more innovation in European marketing on our Alexa Flash Briefing. I also hope that you'll be sure to join us at the blog at blog.bevirtual.com. Look for the Alexa section, and that's where you'll find many of the resources, not only for this particular episode, but for all of the previous episodes. So goodbye and talk again soon.
This flash briefing is brought to you several times a month by Barcelona Virtual, a European internet pioneer. To visit us, type the letter B together with virtual.com. That's bvirtual.com.